Good morning, this is Marissa and this is Skook's Tarot, and I am doing a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the first part of September. But anytime you come across this, the right time. This is a general reading, may not resonate with all of you, so check your other planets. And these are just guidelines. You have your free agency. This is just to let you know what the energies are around you, and perhaps a little insight in what possible ways you can deal with the challenges you have. And say hello to Winston. He's a rock star. There you go. Okay, Taurus. Now I'm a Taurus too, so I'm curious to find out what we all's going to be experiencing. I'm doing a Celtic cross. First card came out upside down. Current circumstances, kind of the overview of the reading. And was the Page of Fire in reverse. Now the page upright is enthusiasm, optimistic, creative, and patient, news of exciting opportunities. Do things that feel your passions, finish what you start. And I'm not too familiar with the reversals on all of them. I have a feeling I know what this is about, though. I think in the reverse it means that collective of Taurus is feeling a little impatient that things aren't happening at the speed you'd like them to happen, and you're waiting for things to start moving in the way you want creatively. So let me look what it says here. Setbacks to new ideas, lack of direction, lost spark, indecision. So kind of what I just said. Feeling a little stuck, a little disheartened, not feeling like you're getting the rewards you deserve from your efforts, perhaps. Okay. I forgot to cut the deck, so I'll do that. I'll cut the deck here for the overall energy of the reading. Look on the bottom and all that jazz. Okay. Eight of Earth, and that's all about, working on your coin. Working on your ambitions, working on your material accomplishments, learning, educating, maybe going back to school, finding a mentor, someone to help you out. It's about attention to detail and doing work you love. So when it's crossing this frustration that I see here, I can see that this is what you have in your favor. This is complimenting you. This is the fact that you are good at learning. You're good at creativity. We Tauruses are the bomb. We're the Empress. We can do it all, right? I think we can. So you might be heartened even though things aren't moving quite as fast as you'd like them to. That things will get better. Okay? Don't worry about it. Okay, let's look at the hidden factors, because there's many different Celtic cross definitions and stuff like that, and the one I'm doing today is one I like a lot, and the one beneath can sometimes mean destiny or fate, but in this particular spread it means hidden things you don't know about, things that are not known by you, that are going on behind the scenes, perhaps the influences of destiny, spirit, fate, or whatever you want to call it. I believe we make our own destiny, but I also think sometimes some of the things that happen to us for a reason, to teach us something. So, well, you got 3. Well, that's because we rock. We get 3. All right. Well, this is interesting. We have the 2 of air, which is, the woman holding the swords crossed. Her eyes are blindfolded. But it's not a solid blindfold. It's kind of like a veil rather than a blindfold in this card. She's in front of the ocean of emotion, standing on the sand. The wind is blowing. She has a crown. And this is about not being able to make a decision on something. Not having enough knowledge, perhaps, about what's going on. Overanalyzing. Things that you don't know, you just don't know. And this is a call to follow your own heart. And not to worry about what you're supposed to be doing according to your path and everything. Because really, we're on our path no matter where we are. Okay? We're all here to learn, experience, and enjoy, and help each other out. So, if you in this position of hidden factors that you don't know what decision to make because it hasn't been revealed to you, some of the things going on. Sometimes we are the clueless individuals on the planet. I'll be honest with you. I can be incredibly clueless. Just saying. Confession time here. We have the happy family, the 10 of Cups, happy ever after, emotional contentment. So I like to think that this position, hidden factors, is the promises of the universe. That even though, you're walking around not knowing what to do, that this is coming. The universe says it's there. It's there, as Abraham Hicks, it's there in your vortex. It's there in your vortex. All you have to do is allow it to become part of your life. And then the third card is the Dreamer, which is all about a new start, trusting yourself, and it's the Fool. Yeah, there we go. It's the Fool. Taking that chance, that leap of faith. And I think the universe is asking us to have faith. That even though we don't know what to do, just leap in there and do your best. Universe promises 10 of Cups. Okay? So, need to stop worrying about whether or not you're doing what the universe wants you to do. Because you are. Have faith in yourself. Now, I'm going to look at now the past events that are influencing the present time. Three of Fire. It's all about long-term planning. Abundance from past choices, pride and success of your labors. Pride and success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. This is a card of, I know what I'm doing. I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I've done all the work. And I'm waiting for things to start. Now, there's like a tipping point where you work and you work and you work and you work and you pray and you hope and you believe, and it feels like nothing's moving. It's like that Knight of Pentacles that just, you swear that horse is never going to get there. Okay? And this is saying, yes, it will. Things are a little up in the air right now, but it's coming. Okay? Patience. Patient. Okay? Now let's look at the top card, which is the best you can expect at present. Not a happy card, but not a, oh, there we go. Not a bad card. Really, I mean, there really are no bad cards, because they're all have to do with our journey, which has all the flavors and degrees that we experience. And this is the Three of Swords, which is usually depicted with a heart with three swords piercing, and it's about heartbreak and sadness, but it's also to tell you personally that growth comes from challenges, that you need to let go of the past, heal misunderstandings, being there for your others. This is the card that teaches you to have compassion, not only for yourself, but others. And this angel is holding her hand and comforting her, and she's looking at him so sadly. But the good thing about this card is the swords are in a bin next to her. She's not holding them anymore. She's letting go of that sorrow and that pain and that disappointment. And this is not a major arcana. So this is energy. This sadness stuff is passing. It will pass. And if you learn the lesson, you'll have fewer of these in your life. We all get them, though. And this is all about teaching us compassion, teaching us forgiveness. So that's what's influencing, this covers the spread. It's like permeates the stuff that's going on in your life right now. It's affecting things. Not a bad thing, though. Let's look at the future. What's the next move? What's going to go on? What's happening? Well, this makes sense. You have another major arcana. You had the Fool. Now you have the Hanging Man. Hanging Man, there's an angel in the tree there. I'm not sure what he's doing. But the man's hanging and all his stuff's falling out of his pockets. And in looking at this card, this traditional meaning is a temporary pause or for reflection and insight. Awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness. Charitable actions. I see, because everything's falling out of his pockets, I think this in the future is letting go, because you've reflected. Letting go of some of the stuff that you carry with you that no longer serves you. let go and let God. Kind of that sort of thing. Now let's look at how you see yourself, what you can do. Self. Oh, the cards are so nice to me. They pop out in threes just for me. You see yourself as independent, abundant. It can be, that you're enjoying the fruits of your labors. Hard work's led to a good life. Maybe you've bought yourself something special. I buy myself tarot cards when I want to treat myself, when I can do that. Happily and successfully self-employed and enjoying yourself. This is the single card. This is the card that says you don't need anybody. You might want somebody, but you don't need them. You want them because you want that relationship, that camaraderie, that love. But you don't. You've got enough self-love. You're okay. Okay? You got it going on. You've had to walk away from some things. Another 10. Now 10s, you've got 2 10s here. And that's usually the end of the road completion thing. And this is a card that end of situation brings relief, sadness, or both. Opportunity for new happiness. That you have had to walk away from some things. Perhaps relationships, perhaps jobs, perhaps what you thought you wanted to do in your life. Perhaps you've had to change your goals because whatever was going on didn't suit you. Now she's got her baggage, but she's leaving the swords. She's ready to start out a new adventure and a new day. And I think a lot of us Taurians want this. We want a fresh start. And our lives are full of lots of cycle changes. And I think we're closing out a major one currently. Third card in the self is the Four of Water. And this is the one where the guy's sitting there looking at his cups and there's all this fruit that's fallen down and he's looking a little sad. Even though you have a lot of things, there's something that's missing in your opinion. And this is a call to be grateful, to have gratitude, because the universe is trying to give you more. Trying to give you more. And it can't give it to you if you don't accept it. If you don't say, I'm worthy, I deserve it, I want it. You might have to say it out loud. I want this. I want what the universe has to give me. I'm not going to be my own worst enemy anymore. And this is a card of being your own worst enemy. Okay? And I understand more than you realize how challenging that can be. Okay, now let's look at what's going on around you. People, things, events. What's up with all that? And how is it influencing things this next little while? Oh no, that's way too many. I get a little excited. There it goes. Come back. There we go. Now my hair's all poofy. 6 of Water, and that's the 2 little kids. she's got a cup and he's got a flower and there's an angel watching. It's just a very nostalgic. The little puppy. There's a pretty house, a beautiful meadow. When times were good and your friends were around you, it's a nostalgic card. Can be past life, people coming into your life and your environment. I think this is very true. I think I've run into some past life people quite a bit in the last few years. People you just feel like you know them. You might not recognize it when you first meet them, but as you get to know them, it's like, dang, this person, I just know this person. Revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child. Romances coming back from the past. So in your environment, in your world, in your interactions, there's past life stuff going on. Okay, now let's look at hopes and fears. Whoa. Well, I think this is in the hopes department. And 7 of Earth. Seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded, need for patience, time for resting, planning for the future. Another card for like rest and recuperation and think, you know, the Hanging Man is kind of a card of rest and stepping back and pausing. And this is a call not to worry too much. But I mean, she's got these beautiful flowers she's growing, and there's a little bird of spirit above her, and little yellow bird, so it's a happy bird. Look, happy clouds, happy bird. The sky is clear. There's a brick wall behind her, which, you know, adds to the stability of the energy. You just want things to be stable and peaceful. That I think every Taurus is like that. A lot of us are. I think a lot of people are. That we just want to feel safe and secure in our environment, and not to have worries. Okay. Now let's look at the outcome. Let's see what the cards have to say about the outcome for all this reading for you. Oh, there it goes. Thank you for that. Well, like I said, I start out with everything upright. This is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot upright is like, rewards come from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities, determination, willpower, public recognition. You know, yaha! Here we're going. We're going to go toward our goals, and we're going to go fast, and we're going now. And in the reverse, it's slowing down. And that totally makes sense because of the Hanging Man here. That whatever's going is not going to be quick. Okay? There may be delays, there may be frustrations, but it, you know, doesn't mean the horses aren't going to get there. It's just a call to be patient. You know, and to hang in there and be determined. Sometimes those horses can get away from you. So it's a good idea to slow down if you have to. Alright, let's look at some clarifying. I want to clarify the 3 of Swords, that heartbreak and heartache that's at the top of the spread. I shuffle all these before I do the reading as well, and smudge them and everything else. Okay. Okay, we have the Three of Swords with that heartache and that call to be compassionate. And this is the Queen of Air is about clearing away things that no longer serve you, cutting out people that don't belong in your life anymore, exiting yourself from situations that are not good for you, being objective. And I think with this Three of Swords and the Queen of Air, Queen of Swords, all that mental energy of having to cut dreams out, goals out, friends out, people out of your life, whatever it might be. Deeply held beliefs that you may have had that you've had to let go. And then it's right next to it is a page where this is all mental energy. It's intelligence type stuff. What you're thinking. There's no warm fuzzy stuff here in this. The best you can expect at the moment. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans. It looks to me like, it really does, like you've had to deal with changes in your plans, changes in your hopes, and reevaluating everything. And that's why you have the Hanging Man who has to reevaluate things. Because you've been having to reevaluate, and it's painful to do this. To say, no, it was a dream, but it's not the dream for me. Okay. Now let's look at what you can do, Well, let's look at the awakening. This is your next move. I know you're kind of in hangman mode. You're not making any major decisions at this time. You're trying to figure out what the heck you should do. Ego, which is the devil, which is all about a false sense of entrapment. The devil is, he's the father of lies, right? And so, he's whispering in your ear, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, can't do that. Or makes you worry about your material too much. Negative thinking. He has a mask on. He's got all kinds of stuff going on. There's an angel behind it. Archangel Jophiel. And then you have the Ace of Water, which is falling in love, or the resurgence of a relationship. And I see this as having to do with someone coming back from your past. Some romance blooming that maybe unexpectedly. Because maybe you didn't have a romantic thing going on with that person from your past or past life, but all of a sudden it's turning into something more passionate and meaningful than you expected. So I think that with these three cards, the Hanging Man, Ego, and the Ace of Water, that you are thinking a little negatively about the possibility of love and relationships in your life. That you're going to be, wary. Especially if you're aware of your ego weaknesses. Because in the Hangman, you're going to be more introspective and looking at yourself. And the hope is that when you do that, when you see your true worth and your sacredness, you can let go of the ego and you can embrace new relationships in your life that are fulfilling. That when someone offers you this cup, that you'll take it, that you'll be able to take it and know what it means to take it. Take this cup of love. Because in the future, I think you're going to be offered one, and you're going to be a little suspicious. When you've experienced a lot of this, you know, really? So you say? Yeah. You get a little suspicious. You get stubborn. Maybe for Taurus, right? Okay, let's. I want to look at something about the Six of Water, Six of Cups, that card of nostalgia and the past. Seeds well planted. So whoever's coming in, perhaps you've known for a while. Unnecessary worry. Always telling you not to worry, Taurus. This is not a stranger coming in. Okay? Let's look at the Chariot in reverse. Your wishes come true, concerns fade away, a love of life. Now, this is the Nine of Water. Nine of Cups. A lot of love here. And the Chariot in reverse is like, you know, giving up. Giving up on ever having that kind of bond with someone. So although I didn't think this was a love reading, there's a lot of cups here. There's the Six of Cups, the Four of Cups, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Yeah. Don't block people who want to love you. In whatever way that is. There's all kinds of different kinds of love. I know you can be defensive and just, you know, we're friendly, but we're not always open. Okay? Alright, let's look at a card from the universe. Delight. It's that yellow bird again. Remember the yellow bird on the Seven of Earth? Yeah. Had a little yellow bird. See? Remember that? Delight. It's a beautiful meadow. Another beautiful meadow. Like this meadow. Like this meadow. I'm going to read what the book says. And it looks to me like you need to remember the beautiful things you have, the beautiful people in your life. Delight is expanding in your life. Clap your hands with glee, spend time with others, go to a community gathering, host a party. Well, we don't do much of that these days. But there's other ways to share and be in a community other than having to go personally. Share your happiness and elation with others, and it will grow by leaps and bounds. This isn't the time to grow to seriously be blah blah. This isn't the time to be serious or buckle down and get to work. We've done enough work. We have done enough work. My goodness, we've done a lot of work. So much work. Work, 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 work. So much work we have done. Time to be spontaneous and madcap. Now, I'm not sure how spontaneous and madcap us Tauruses are, but we have our moments, right? But it says don't sign any legal documents or make any pledges right now. Don't make any promises, or you might not be able to keep them. Give yourself permission to have fun, lots of fun, especially in community with others. So, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helps you out. And like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. I'm a little baby channel. I need help. And keep thinking those good thoughts, Taurus.